Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is doing all right. It's a little rainy here. It sucks, but it's Florida in the summer, so it's to be expected. But school's over, so so that's why we are really happy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hi, I'm Bet Hochberger, CPA, CGMA, and on today's Tax Tip Tuesday, this is your reminder to pay your second 2021 quarterly estimated tax payment if you're somebody who needs to pay those. Many people don't pay them. If you only have a job where you get a W-2 and you're on payroll, you probably aren't making estimated payments. But if you're a business owner or a freelancer, something like that, you're probably having to make these payments. So how do you know how much to pay? That's always the question, right? People always want to know, like, how do I even know? So there's a couple different ways that the IRS lets you be what they call safe harbored. And having a safe harbor means basically you shouldn't be getting penalized for not paying in enough tax, basically is what it means. Some states that have income taxes also have rules that are a bit different. So if you live in a taxable state, because you're not lucky enough to live in Florida, you want to check in on those rules as well and see what the requirements are. But for the IRS, they want you to be 100% paid in based off of your prior year taxes, unless your adjusted gross income is over $150,000, then you have to be 110% paid in. So very easy. Take your tax return from 2020. You see how much tax liability you had, divide it by 4. There's your quarterly estimated payment. Now, nothing has been normal last year, this year, right? We have been living in the apocalypse. Nothing is normal. One year might look completely different from the next. You might not be doing the same thing you were doing before. Who knows? In that case, you have to be 90% paid in of your actual liability for 2021. So that could be maybe a little bit tricky to figure out. If you're one of my Profit First people, you know that we've got our tax allocation. We know how much we need to pay in because it's sitting in our tax allocation bank account. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to reach out to me and find out a little bit more about Profit First, because it really, really helps to take a lot of the questions out surrounding taxes and what you need to pay and things like that. But then the next question is, how do you go about paying this? So I love to use the IRS's website. This is irs.gov/payments. The best, cheapest way to do it is to click right here on this bank account, direct pay, and make a payment. Right? It's going to ask you, for a reason. You say it's estimated tax, where you're applying it to, etc., etc. You otherwise could use a debit or credit card, but take a look. There are some fees on there, so it's going to cost you even more, which, that's not so fun. So make sure you get that payment in today, June 15th, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.